السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم طلبة وطالبات الصف الثالث الإعدادي مع آخر مراجعة لينا النهاردة، مراجعة البراكتس تيست الخاصة بكتاب المدرسة. وهنبدأ مع بعض ببراكتس تيست نمبر 4A، وهنبدأ بأول question معانا finish the following dialogue. A man is buying a ticket at the train station. Good morning. فقال له إن هو to Luxor. يبقى هنا هنحط الكويستشن. يبقى هنا I want to book a ticket to Luxor, please. I want to book a ticket to Luxor, please. So, فقال to Luxor, of course. فقال له نوت a return please. يبقى would you like a single or return أو single or return على طول. That's 100 pounds. The next train leaves in 30 minutes. سأل سؤال قال له the train leaves from platform كذا. طيب ممكن أقول له which platform. Does the train leave from? Which platform does the train leave from? The train leaves from platform 2. فهيقول له هنا ايه؟ يبقى thank you very much. Question number 2. You have just write what you would say in each of the following situation. You have just finished the hardest test that you have ever done. Your mother asks you how the test was. يبقى ده أديت لسه ممتحن أصعب امتحان خدته في حياتك، وماما بتسألك الامتحان كان شكله ايه. يبقى هنقول له نوت ايه؟ يبقى it was extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult. يعني ايه extremely؟ يعني صعب للغاية. It was extremely difficult. Number 2, you are taking a bus from Cairo to Alexandria. You want to know how long you will spend on the bus. يبقى أنا هنا هسأل how long does the bus take? How long does the bus take? أو هسأل how long، يعني أخد السؤال من هنا. يعني ممكن أقول how long will I spend on the bus. مش هنعقد نفسنا، الإجابة الصح بنكتبها. You wanted to go to the beach today but your parents say that it is too windy. يبقى نوت ان انت عايز تروح الشاطئ وبابا وماما بيقول لك ان هي الدنيا هوا. يبقى ممكن اقول واتابيتي بمعنى يا للاسف. ممكن بقول مثلا how terrible. ماشي that's too bad. أي إجابة مقنعة. هننتقل للcomprehension. Read the following then answer the question. Hi Ragab, I am very sorry that I didn't come to your house yesterday. I'll tell you why. I left home to catch the bus at 4 o'clock. The bus broke down and didn't arrive, so I waited for the next one, which was at 4:30. The bus arrived, but before I got on the bus, يعني قبل ما اركب الأتوبيس, an old man came out of a shop. He was carrying some heavy bags. The bus driver told me to help him with his bag. طلب مني أساعده في الشنط. He thought that the man wanted to get on the bus. يعني كان فاكر إن الراجل عايز يركب الأتوبيس. I offered to help him, but he asked me to carry the bags to his car. I carried his bags and put them in his carport. الكاربوت طبعا اللي هي شنطة العربية. I did not catch the bus at 4:30. I was too late to go to your house, so I didn't wait for the 5 o'clock bus. I was not happy when I got home. I was not happy when I got home, but my father told me that I was kind to help the old man. Best wishes, Taha. Question number 1. Why didn't Taha catch the bus at 4 o'clock? يبقى طبعا because the bus broke down and did not arrive. Question number 2. Why do you think that the bus driver did not wait for Taha? طبعا because he spent أو Taha spent a long time. يبقى قعد وقت كبير helping the man. Why was Taha not happy when he went home? طبعا هو ليه كان زعلان لما روح البيت؟ طبعا because he was too late to go to Ragab's house. What does underline word 1 refer to? طبعا كلمة 1 اللي هي فوق بقول the next one طبعا refer to the next bus. Number 5. What do you think the word boot means? طبعا زي ما قلنا هي شنطة العربية، يبقى دي عبارة عن a space for bags in the car. هننتقل إلى سؤال الماتش اللي هي الريدر. طبعا number 1 بيقول لي black beauty and ginger York lady smiles. طبعا black beauty هيبقى was the horse which lady Anne liked to ride. Ginger said if they didn't tighten the reins more I will do what they want. York طبعا ده اللي هو مين؟ طبعا was Earl Smythe's helper. Lady Smythe طبعا liked the latest fashion. طبعا نركز جدا في أسئلة الورك بوك لأن معظم امتحانات المحافظات جت منها. هنيجي answer the questions. طبعا أنا اللي عندي السنة دي اللي هو الكريتيكال ثينكينج، فهناخد بس أسئلة الكريتيكال الكريتيكال ثينكينج. طبعا عندي question number 4 بيقول لي do you think that Ginger was right to start to kick again؟ يبقى yes because the reins were very uncomfortable. يبقى لأن الرينز كان very uncomfortable. How do you know that York cared about Ginger and Black Beauty؟ أعرف منين إن هو كان مهتم بيهم؟ طبعا أولا he was angry about the rains، إن هو كان غاضب بإيه؟ بخصوص الرينز. الحاجة التانية he helped them when they were hurt. They helped them when they were hurt. يبقى دول السببين أو الحاجتين اللي يخلوني أقول إن هو بيهتم بالحيوانات. Choose the correct answer. Aitin told me she early the next day on a trip. طيب يبقى لو هتتبع الانسر طبعا ديت في الجملة في الريبورتد سبيتش، يبقى كل الأزمنة بتاعتي في الباست يبقى was leaving. Mona looks very happy. She done well in the exam. يبقى she must have لأن هي very happy. The teacher asked us talk يبقى not to talk. What is of the number 10 bus يبقى what is the destination. Some students work in the holiday to some money طبعا to earn some money. Egypt can be hot in August طبعا can be especially hot. can be especially hot. طبعا هنا في أسئلة جرامر، أسئلة الجرامر مش داخلة في الامتحان. Rewrite. The teacher said to stand up please. The teacher said to Ali عايز استخدم order. يبقى طبعا the teacher ordered Ali to stand up. Number 2 Sammy was cold. Last night he wore a coat. يبقى عايز استخدم هنا ايه must. يبقى هاخد الجملة الأولى يبقى سامي must have been cold، وهكمل بقية الكلام الموجود عندي. Amr's arm hurts perhaps he broke it. عايز استخدم might يبقى Amr might have broken his arm. Amr might have broken his arm. وهننتقل للبراكتس تيست نمبر 4B. Niveen and Lamia are at the ticket office of the museum. Unfortunately the museum is closed today. يعني لسوء الحظ النهارده المتحف قافل. Oh no I didn't know that. يبقى هنا بيستخدم what a pity. what a pity يعني حاجة مؤسفة أو شيء مؤسف. Didn't you look at the website؟ انت ما بصيتش على الويب سايت. It has all the times there. I will look next time. مرة جاية هبص. فقالت له you can come any other day. ممكن تيجي أي يوم تاني. But I don't recommend Saturday. يبقى when are you open؟ أو when can we visit it؟ يبقى when can we come أو visit it. Because it is difficult to see things. يبقى هي هتلاقي أنا I don't recommend Saturday. قول لها why واسكت، أو أقول لها why shouldn't we come on Saturday. ولو قلت why بس صح. طيب فهتلاقي because it is difficult to see things since there are so many people. بيبقى الدنيا ايه زحمة. فهتلاقي ايه tomorrow is perfect. يبقى هتلاقي perhaps we can come tomorrow. perhaps we can come tomorrow. Write what you would say. You visited England in winter. It was the coldest place that you have been. A friend asks you what the weather was like. يبقى أنا what with أيوه بيقولك ده أسقع مكان أنت شفته، يبقى it was extremely cold. It was extremely cold. Number 2, you want to book a ticket for the train from Cairo to Luxor. You are coming back on Thursday. يبقى عن إيه؟ يبقى can I book a return ticket to Luxor, please. You see a news report about poor people who live in Asia. يبقى عايشين في آسيا. You would like to be able to help. يبقى I wish I could help them. I wish I could help them. هنسيب القطعة الكومبريهنشن ان هي كده هي جاية unseen، يعني بتبقى من خارج المنهج. هننتقل الى سؤال الريدر. match column A with column B. Black Beauty طبعا was taken to a market for the horses. Black Beauty was taken to a market for the horses. And Mr. Barry طبعا Mr. Barry was the rich man who bought Black Beauty. Mr. Barry's friend suggested buying food for Black Beauty for a few weeks. طبعا Fletcher was accused of stealing the horse's food. عندي هنا برضو سؤال critical thinking. عندي سؤال question number 3. Do you think that Black Beauty was angry with Ginger because he was hurt? Why and why not? طبعا هل هو كان غاضب منها؟ يبقى طبعا no, because he knew that our Ginger did so because هكملها لكم فوق. The rains were uncomfortable. عملناها قبل كده، يبقى لأنه كان عارف إن rains were uncomfortable. It's question number 5. Why do you think that Earl Smythe said that he might not get much money for Ginger? يبقى because her knees were badly damaged، يعني ركبها كانت أصيبت بشدة. and she also doesn't always do what her owners want. يبقى تاني because her knees were badly damaged and she also doesn't always do what her owners want. Choose the correct answer. The train to Dumaita at 11:10 طبعا leaves. You see Omar at school yesterday. يبقى طبعا you sat next to him. يبقى طبعا you must have. طبعا ده أسئلة جرامر. I encouraged my younger brother to work hard. We didn't have much money so we bought طبعا class ticket يبقى ايه economy. It is sad that some people become طبعا to computer games يبقى become addicted to. My uncle is the of a factory. He gives instruction to the workers يبقى طبعا the manager. Rewrite. It is not possible that you saw Mona yesterday. She is in Paris. يبقى you can't have seen Mona yesterday. You can't have seen Mona yesterday. وبكمل الجملة التانية. Look out أحمد, a car is coming. نبيل said. يبقى عايز استخدم warned يبقى نبيل warned أحمد that a car was coming. Number 3, I tried that fish at the restaurant and I regret. يبقى I shouldn't have tried that the fish at the restaurant. يبقى I shouldn't have tried the fish at the restaurant. هننتقل إلى practice test 5A. Finish the following dialogue. Some students are asking a scientist about space. فقال له yes of course. هنا هسأل سؤال. قال له yes of course the earth turns about 1670 kilometers an hour. يبقى هنا يا ممكن اقول له ايه could you please tell me how fast the earth turns. How fast the earth turns. No, but most of them do have moons. يبقى هنا طبعا دي هنا جملة يبقى تبقى I wonder if you could tell me if all planets have moons. What did you ask the scientist Ola? بيقول انت سألتها ايه؟ يبقى هنا يبقى I asked him. يبقى انا هحول الكويستشن بتاعي الى reported. يبقى I asked him if all planets had moons. There are many things that nobody knows about space. Do you agree? هل بتتفق معايا؟ فأقول له إيه؟ يبقى بقول له I agree with you أو I totally agree أو I couldn't agree more. يبقى I couldn't agree with you more. يعني متفق معاك إلى أقصى حد. هننتقل لسؤال situation. You would like to ask your teacher when he or she started work at the school. يبقى I wonder how could you tell me when. هنا he أو she هتتحول إلى you، يبقى when you، وهكمل بقى بقية الجملة، يبقى when you started working at the school. A friend says that he or she thinks that the last lesson was the most interesting that you have had. يبقى هو صديق بيقول إن الدرس ده هو أفضل درس شافه أو حضره. طيب أنت هتقول له إيه؟ يبقى ممكن أقول له طبعا إجابتين، يبقى ممكن أقول له I couldn't agree with you more، أو I totally disagree. I totally disagree. أو ممكن أقول له I agree with you، يعني كذا إجابة أهو. A friend starts to read you an interesting news story but then suddenly stop، يبقى هقول له إيه؟ go on، استمر، أو what else does it say. أو ممكن أقول له tell me more. هننتقل لسؤال الريدر. عندي جيري باركر. جيري باركر اللي هو بقى مين؟ يبقى طبعا was the best owner and a kind taxi driver. Captain was the horse that went out with the taxi carriage in the morning. Jerry's son Harry always helped to look after Black Beauty. Black Beauty was pleased with his new owner. Answer the questions. هناخد برضو الكريتيكال. Question number 4. Why do you think that each of Ginger's owner paid less money for her؟ يبقى طبعا because she was getting older and weaker، لأنها أصبحت بقى كانت إيه؟ أكبر وأضعف. Do you think that people were always happy to have Jerry as a taxi driver? Why and why not؟ طبعا هنقول مثلا no, because he did not always do what people asked him to do. إنه مش دايما كان بيعمل اللي الناس بتطلبه منه. Choose the correct answer. Allah asked me. All the people in my family were tall. يبقى طبعا asked me if. I have decided. I have cleaned the kitchen but the bedroom cleaned yet. يبقى haven't been cleaned yet. If we went to the beach we swimming. طبعا عندي هنا if we went في الباص يبقى we could go. The teacher wanted us to how the earth goes around the sun. يبقى طبعا how to explain. The canal is not natural. يبقى it's man made. The shop is for a new assistant. يبقى is advertising for a new assistant. Perhaps Manel can work there. يبقى هو بيعلن عن new assistant. rewrite you must stop smoking the doctor said to حاتم. يبقى the doctor advised حاتم to stop smoking. The doctor advised حاتم to stop smoking. Number 2, what is the fastest way to Capital Bank? I asked. يبقى معلش هكتبها من أول هنا عشان المكان. يبقى هتبقى I asked what the fastest way ماشي what the fastest way to the Capital Bank was. Number 3, I liked the book a lot so I decided to read it again. عايزة استخدم reread. يبقى الجملة هتنزل زي ما هي. يبقى أنا what so I decided to read it again. يبقى تبقى decided to بدل read it again هتبقى to read it. هننتقل إلى البراكتس تيست 5B. A basketball player is visiting a school. Today, a famous basketball player is visiting our school. This is Captain طارق. يبقى عندنا سؤال قال of course what questions would the students like to ask. يبقى could you answer? Some of the students طبعا نحط هنا الابوستروف للملكية questions of course what questions would the students like to ask. my friend says say that I will never be good at basketball because I am not very tall. Is that right? يبقى هيقول له ايه I am afraid I disagree. I disagree. You don't have to be tall. When I started playing I was one of the smallest boys in the class. سأل سؤال تاني قال له I became the best basketball player in the class because I always trained very hard. طيب يبقى هنا ممكن أقول له then what happened أو how did you became the best. يبقى ممكن أقول what happened after that. وممكن أقول له how did you become إيه the best basketball do you think one day I might be as good as you. طبعا هيقول له ايه yes أو you might be. وهننتقل إلى السؤال الخاص بالسيتويشن. Number 1, you would like to ask a teacher to explain why it is colder in the winter than in summer. يبقى أقول له could you please explain. could you please explain يعني ممكن لو سمحت تشرح لي. to me why it is colder. وهكمل بقية الجملة. You think that this lesson is very interesting. You want to know what your friend thinks. يبقى what do you think of this lesson. أو I think this lesson is interesting. Do you agree? Number 3, a friend tells you that he or she had an interesting morning. First he or she went to the park. You want to know more? يبقى أقول له tell me more. أو go on. هننتقل إلى الريدر. عندي طبعا هنا Polly, Ginger, Jerry and Black Beauty. طبعا عندي number 1 Polly طبعا was Jerry's wife. Ginger wasn't able to run fast after the fall. Jerry believed that a pound wouldn't help. Black Beauty was given food before walking for many kilometers. And the questions. Number 3. Why do you think that Jerry took Captain to work on Black Beauty's first morning in London? ليه؟ طبعا because he didn't want Black Beauty. هكتبها كده بالرمز. He didn't want Black Beauty to have a difficult first day. Question number 5. How do you know that Jerry was a kind man? عرفت منين إن جيري كان a kind man؟ طبعا because he took the poor woman to hospital without any money. Choose the correct answer. Ahmed asked me what doing yesterday at 4 o'clock. يبقى طبعا هتبقى what I was. Some beautiful flowers planted outside the school. طبعا هتبقى have been planted. If you visited the zoo on Friday يبقى it might be very busy. This email asked for my computer password يبقى it must be a scam. My brother broke his phone and needs someone to repair it. It is hot today. It must be about 40 طبعا degrees. Perhaps if we see طبعا سؤال rewrite perhaps if we see the teacher she can help us with our homework. عايزة استخدم might، يبقى if we see the teacher, comma, she might، هنحول فعل كان إلى able to be able to، يبقى she might be able to help us. What is the name of the biggest city in England? Like to know، يبقى I'd like to know what I'd like to know what كذا، أو I'd like to know على طول the name of the biggest city in England. They didn't like the color of the house, so they decided to paint it again with a different color. وعايز استخدم repair، يبقى طبعا الجملة هتنزل كلها زي ما هي، هغير بس الجزء ده. يبقى so they decided to repaint it، وهكمل with a different color. هننتقل إلى آخر امتحانين، براكتس تيست 6A. وطبعا زي ما احنا شايفين ان معظم أسئلة المحافظات السنة دي جاية من كتاب البراكتس تيست. فطبعا النهارده الفيديو بتاع النهارده ده مهم جدا ان احنا لازم نركز في البراكتس تيست، لان تقريبا الامتحان كله هيجي منه. هنشوف الدايلوج عندي بيقول لي finish the following dialogue. Amal and Lamia are talking about Aman's journey along the Nile. In the news, it says that a man has walked all the way along the Nile. Yes, I heard about this. It is unusual. فقال لي know what he did it because he wanted to see if it was possible. يبقى why did he do it or do that? I heard that at the beginning of the journey he was very ill, but قال that's good. يبقى but he got better. That's good. فسأل سؤال قال له yes, he said he would. It will probably be a very interesting journal to read. يبقى that's good. يبقى is he going to write about his journey? فهنا طبعا قال له yes، قال له it would probably be a very interesting journal to read. يبقى يقول له هنا ايه I agree with you. Write what you would say in each of the following situation. Your friend asks you، يبقى صديقك بيسألك. When your father was born you are not sure، انت مش متأكد. But you give an answer. يبقى أقول له ايه maybe in، واديله أي سنة، أو مثلا about 40 years ago. Number 2, you hear that a tourist was lost in the desert, but that he has just been found. يبقى أقول له إيه few، أو thank goodness، الحمد لله. Number 3, you hear that scientists have found a new medicine. which will help many people يبقى how wonderful. هننتقل للريدر match column A with column B. The doctor طبعا the doctor told Jerry that he should stop driving a taxi. Skinner طبعا عندي هنا was also a taxi driver يبقى Skinner was also a taxi driver. Mr. Througgood طبعا took Black Beauty to a large field to give him good food. Black Beauty had easier life in the end. Answer the questions. عندي ال critical thinking question number 4. Why do you think that Skinner told the girl not to worry? After she said that Black Beauty looked too weak to carry her bags. طبعا because he didn't want her to take another taxi. يبقى he did not want her to take another taxi and lose the money. ممكن كمان برضو he had to work hard to get enough money. Question number 5. Why do you think that Black Beauty was sold at the part of the horses of the market where the horses were old or ill-looking? طبعا because Black Beauty had been ill يعني كان مريض and now he looked old. Choose the correct answer. If Osama had got the job at the bank, طبعا he would have traveled. If we see Ali, we will ask him to phone you. The river was very dry because it hadn't rained for 2 months. Don't be, you have already eaten a big ice cream, يبقى don't be greedy. That came from space and landed in the sea. طبعا right. That showed us how to dive underwater. وده طبعا ده الانستراكتور. Rewrite. I am not sure where Tariq is. Perhaps he is in the park. يبقى أعملها هنا فوق. Number 1 يبقى طارق طبعا الجملة الأولى زي ما هي يبقى he might be in the park. He might be in the park. Number 2, do you have as much water as you need? عايز استخدم طبعا enough هتبقى ايه؟ do you have enough water? Number 3, I didn't recognize your cousin so I didn't say hello. يبقى تبقى if I had recognized your cousin, comma, I would have said hello. I would have said hello. وبنوصل لآخر امتحان معانا. فوزي and مازن are speaking about a dangerous hobby. Look at this photograph in the magazine. A man is standing on the top of a very tall building. راجل واقف على مبنى عالي جدا. Really? the magazine says it's his hobby. يبقى why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? I couldn't agree with you more. The police should stop him. يبقى he shouldn't do that. It's dangerous. I couldn't agree with you more. The police should stop him. فبعد كده سأل سؤال قال له it also says that the police arrested him. يبقى what else does it say? It also says that the police arrested him. يبقى في الآخر هيقول له إيه؟ oh dear. هننتقل للسيتويشن. Your parents say that they are taking you to the beach. هيقولوا قايلين هم ايه واخدينك للبيتش. يبقى هيقول لهم ايه great I can't wait. Great I can't wait. أو how wonderful. That's really great. You see people leaving rubbish on the beach. يبقى هيقول لهم ايه how terrible. أو why do they do that this. أو هقول لهم you shouldn't do that. A friend tells you that you have won a prize. يبقى أقول له إيه really I can't believe it. I can't believe it يعني أنا إيه مش مصدق. really I can't believe it. أو ممكن أقول له how wonderful. يعني يا دي مش بقول كله. هننتقل إلى الريدر. جيري طبعا هتبقى هنا what إيه moved to a cottage with his family so that he could work for Mrs. Fowler. Number 2 Black Beauty طبعا became healthy again after Mr. Throughood and his grandson looked after him. Joe Green طبعا جو جرين ده فاكرين اللي هو الولد الصغير اللي كان ولد صغير في الترم الأولاني. طبعا recognized Black Beauty from his white foot and white star. Skinner طبعا did not give Beauty أو Black Beauty enough to eat. I did not give Black Beauty enough to eat. Andy, question number 1. Why do you think that Jerry became ill? طبعا because he had to wait outside the house of the rich man and it was very cold. Number 2, why do you think that Black Beauty was worried when Jerry found work with Mrs. Fowler? طبعا because he was getting old and he was afraid that he wouldn't find a good home or a good owner again. Choose the correct answer. Number 1, if Layla had more free time. If Layla had more free time. طبعا دي الحالة التانية يبقى she would. If I that he was famous I would have taken photograph of him. طبعا had known لأن دي حالة تالتة. What before you played tennis. يبقى what had you eaten. How many eggs do the farmers chicken each day. طبعا lay. People have used to make cups for hundreds of years. طبعا used clay. This book is a I don't want to read it anymore. مش عايزة أقرأ تاني. يبقى طبعا is terrible. Rewrite. Question number 1. If I see Sayed, perhaps I'll ask him to help me with my homework. عايزة أستخدم might. طبعا هتبقى نوت الجملة الأولى زي ما هي. يبقى if I see Sayed comma هنشيل perhaps will وتبقى I might ask him. يبقى I might ask him to help me with my homework. Number 2, I can't wait to go to the museum tomorrow. عايزة استخدم look forward. يبقى تبقى I am looking forward to. طبعا looking forward to بيتبعها ing. يبقى to going to the museum tomorrow. Number 3, I was ill so I didn't go to work. عايزة استخدم if وطبعا دي حالة تالتة. يبقى if I هنشيل was ونحط مكانها hadn't been ill comma نبدأ ب I هنشيل didn't ونحط مكانها would have. تصريف التالت لجو gone to work. معلش اعذروني لو في اي اخطاء في spelling او حاجة لان مع السرعة ممكن انسى حرف او اتلخبط في كلمة فاعذروني. بكده طبعا نكون وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو بتاعنا النهاردة. اتمنى يا رب انكم تكونوا استفدتوا واتمنى لكم النجاح والتوفيق في كل حياتكم ان شاء الله. نهتم جدا بالمراجعة بتاعت النهاردة لان غالبا هتلاقوا 3/4 الامتحان ان ما كانش 90% من الامتحان هيكون من كتاب الاكتيفيتي. وما تنسوش تعملوا اشتراك في القناة وتفعلوا الجرس عشان يوصلكم تنبيهات بكل الدروس الجديدة. وتابعونا في خلال فترة الصيف في كورس التأسيس للجرامر للمرحلة الثانوية.